Welcome back, Mr. Larry Olayinka, who is the spokesperson of the FCT Minister and Yeson Wike, joins us in Abuja still. Mr. Olayinka, thank you for coming on the program and thank you for your patience.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. How's your day going?
We're going well. So let's begin with the agitation. So now where we are is that the case is in court. Determination and hearing of the originating summons, we understand, is going to be happening in March. The minister, as we heard from that soundbite, is saying, look, for him, he feels that this was getting out of control. He had to resort to litigation to ensure that work continues. But I did hear some of the workers say yesterday, look, that certain persons are still, I think they talk about, is it primary school teachers or some health workers, but generally they feel that they're unhappy, they are being twisted in this sense to resume work. But you are saying that some of these things have been met that you're demanding. So what I would like you to do for us, if you can remember the 14 demands, because we're hearing between 14 and 22, so let's stay with 14. And you said about 10 has been met. Which of these 10 have been met?
Well, I can, like you said, I can relate with 14 demands. One of the demands was this wage award. Wage awards was introduced when the first subsidy was removed. I think it was 35,000 naira was introduced to be paid monthly. Presently, we have before now we had 5 months arrears unpaid. That was before now. And I can also, on that wage award, even federal government has just started paying. I think federal government started paying recently. So, and the minister, the bill was brought, I think about 5 billion naira or something. And the agreement was that the wage award, the five months arrear will be paid monthly. And the monthly payment started last month. 1 month was paid in December. 1 month is supposed to be paid this month, in January. Next month, another month will be paid in February, March, April. And probably by April, as January, February, April, January, February, March, April, December, the 5 months will have been paid. So, if government has said, "Oh, you are asking, we have 5 months arrear owed you, and we have started paying 1 month already paid," they can't deny this, and we are going to be paid. We are going to be paying every month. Then, what else do you want government to do? Then the other one, because let me also say this before I continue. There is this mindset that, oh, it is because government is owing salary. No salary is being owed. Government is not owing workers of FCTA and FCDA a dime in terms of salary. The salary that anybody will say being owed probably will be January 2026, which has not ended. Another of the demand was promotion arrears. Promotion arrears, as of December last year, the minister already approved 286.1 million naira for the payment of this arrear. So, if the minister has approved, and it is at the treasury level, payment being processed, what else do you want the minister to do? Another of the demand was that, the minister was extending the tenure of service of civil servant. What this means is that maybe a director, a permanent secretary who is supposed to retire, let's say tomorrow, and the minister look at this person. This person does his job very well. We are probably not found somebody that will, or the person that will take over from that person will need to still understudy him. And he said, let me extend the service of this person by 6 months, 1 year maximum. And the minister has said that, okay, if you don't want it, I will no longer do it. He has agreed. Another one is that, promotion exam was done. The number of those who passed was about 22.5%. And the question somebody like me have asked is that, what is it the fault of the minister that civil servant went to write promotion exam? Promotion exam was done through, it was computer based. You sit down, you write, you answer question, and you get your result immediately. Nobody mark it. Is a computer that mark the question. So how is it the fault of the minister that you wrote exam and some people failed? And we have also told them that, oh, you said 22.5% failed. And as we have provided evidence, it is not right. In the FCDA, more than 70% people passed. All right, I'm with you.
All right, it's quite curious that you know, the workers would still maintain their decision to remain on strike if 10 out of their 14 demands had been met. But we did also hear their lawyer say yesterday that they couldn't get audience with the minister. So when did negotiations turn awry if a whole 10 out of their 14 demands had been met?
Is it audience with the minister that they want, or they want respond to positive response to their request? Because me, I don't understand. We keep hearing, oh, minister has not given them audience. Minister did not give you audience. Minister sent people led by the head of service to hold meetings, several meetings with the union leaders. Head of service, chief of staff to the minister, permanent secretary, common services, chairman of civil service commission, permanent secretary, treasury. Those are the people the minister sent. And you are saying that the minister did not give you orders. How else you want him to give you orders? By bringing you to his bedroom to come and sit on his bed and meet? I don't understand. Because if you table demands, and the minister sent people, high-power delegation led by the head of service of the FCT to meet you, and you are saying that the minister has not given you audience. What kind of audience? Except they will also have to, except you have to also call them and ask them what other audience do they need. Because the minister sent people to meet you, and the people met you and told you that, oh, you are asking for this. We have done this. You are asking for this. We're about doing this. One of their requests was that, oh, deduction from the pension deduction, housing fund deduction from their salary are not being remitted. And they asked them, those in the salary department, the treasury people, salary people that are making the deduction, who are they? They are your members. Ask them. The deduction they made from you, where do they keep the deduction? And the government did not stop there. Head of service set up a committee with members of JOAC as part of the committee to look into the issue. Okay, bring the papers, bring your complaint. Let us resolve once and for all. Another issue, and that is what, and this one I want to state clearly. It is the major reason for this strike. It is what they are asking for. Approval threshold for permanent secretary, for heads of for ES, for directors and all that. And why did the minister stop the approval threshold? When the minister came in 2023, they brought a bill of 12 billion. There's something that is called minor procurement. Minor procurement is when directors, permanent secretary give a contract for supply that is less than 5 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. A supply of stationery, supply of computers, supply of tires for vehicles and all that. And they brought bill of 12 billion to the minister that this is what was owed based on minor procurement. Half of that 12 billion was paid in 2023 December. Balance of the payments was made in January 2024. Between January 24 and May 2024, another 15 billion bill was brought to the minister as bill for minor procurement. And the minister asked that, how can you have this kind of, how can we have this kind of liability when I'm on seat as minister? And I was not aware. And they said it is a contract, it is a supply approved under this minor procurement. And the minister stopped it. And I want to ask one question. With permanent secretary not being able to approve money, with the director not being able to approve money, How does that stop the salary and allowances of payment of salary of workers? How does it stop? For instance, I employ
Mr. Laika, just hold on. So let's interrogate. Mr. Laika.
Let me just finish this, please.
Okay.
I employ you as my gardener. You were the one going to the market to buy tools, to buy herbicide and everything before. And I choose this year, January, I say, oh, I've changed my regulation. Oh. I will now be the one to go to the market to buy those materials by myself. And you say you are no longer working because you are no longer going to be the one to go to the market to buy those things. The reason for this will be that probably when you go to the market, where you were going to the market before, you were getting some benefit from it.
Your analysis is I know what minor procurement are, and I know there are thresholds, but let's talk about what the civil service rule says. Can the minister exclusively, or maybe by council, decide to cut off the ability to make advances or make procurement or sign off on procurement by law? I am not in public service. I'm asking you because I'm sure you're familiar with it. Because I'm sure directors and all of that should be able to approve certain things.
It is not part of civil service rules. It is management decision. It is decision of the management, and it is the management of the FCT. That is the FCT executive committee that will sit and say, "Oh, we have approved 2 million as threshold. We have approved 3 million as threshold." And the management sat and said, "We have cancelled threshold." It is not part of the duty of the civil servant.
So who signs off
at the level of the management?
Sorry, I just want us to have that back and forth a bit. Who now signs off on minor procurements?
Every procurement now pass through the minister.
No matter how small.
Every approver, yes, every approver. You know, there are two ministers, minister and the Minister of State. So because some of these things are also done for proper control and accountability. You will not be the head of Channels Television, and somebody will bring to you bill of 10 billion naira next month that we have and without your knowledge.
All right, so...
And you clap for that person.
Mr. Laika, if you're saying, or if you're suggesting that what is really at the heart of the matter is, disaffection over approval thresholds for procurement, would that be the reason that hundreds of workers beyond the staff at the management or directorial cadre, hundreds of workers go on strike in the Federal Capital Territory Authority?
You see, we say hundreds of workers. It is union matter. Once the union will come to, okay, let me also bring to you one of the demands. Another of the demand was that, the PR department of the FCDA should be upgraded to a directorate. Why should that be reason to go on strike? Because why should that be reason to go on strike? Another one is that, Joak have a garden, and that allocation for that garden was revoked. Why should that be reason for workers to go on strike? You have a garden. Allocation to all gardens in the FCT was revoked, and owners of those gardens were asked to come and revalidate, to come to Lands Department to revalidate. People have gone there with their papers. They have been revalidated. Joak refused to go. And you are saying because of that, you must go on strike.
If
they say you must go on strike.
If you find their reasons for going on strike unsatisfactory, isn't that really what then this is about? A verdict on the leadership of the minister, which according to the workers is unsatisfactory. Pardon me, Mr. Laika, let me land. And we see it on their placards and in their slogans during the strike. Wike must go. Abuja no be rivers. So perhaps it's a verdict on the increasing unpopularity of Mr. Nyesom Wike.
When you are a civil servant, you are labor, because you are members of a labor union, and you are on strike for your welfare, and the next thing you begin to say is that Abuja no be rivers, Wike must go. You now conclude with me that you have already descended into the political arena. And let me also say this, because I want to present issues as they are. They went to NSC to go and complain. And I believe that when they went to NSC to go and complain, what the NSC leadership ought to have done was to have called the other party. My children have come to complain to me that all this is happening. Come and explain. NSC did not do that. NSC just took position. And do you know why NSC took position? NSC is already operating like an opposition party. In this country, NSC is an opposition party. NSC owns Labour Party. And Labour Party is an opposition party. So if you are functioning as opposition party, it is only when you are functioning as opposition party that you now begin to call for the sack of a minister. You now begin to say Abuja no be rivers. How does that affect? What is the correlation between that and your welfare? And you have talked about government not meeting them. Several meetings were held. As at the Sunday before Monday that the strike was declared, there was an arrangement that we will be having a final meeting in the evening so that we can sign MOU. All these things that we have agreed, the one that we have done, you look at them. The one that we have said we'll do next month, we agree. On that Sunday, the labor leaders refused to come to that meeting. They switched off their phones. I'm talking here with facts. They switched off their phone. So if government has come to you, if you have made demands, and government did not say your demands are not tenable, we are not going to do what you are asking for. Government is telling you that, oh, some of these things that you are asking for, we have done. Some of these things you are asking for, we are already doing. Okay, the other ones we will do. Then why should you go on strike? If there is nothing hidden. If there's nothing, they are not telling the public.
Mr. Lion,
that's what the minister said yesterday.
Just like the minister, okay, you wanted to land on that, where I was going to. I heard the minister say this is turning political. So is it difficult? So this meeting you're talking about, I heard you, but I don't know which of the meetings you're talking. Is this meeting with the minister itself or the people that represent him? That's on one hand. Second is
meeting. They do not need to meet the minister himself.
So that's where I'm going.
The minister sent delegation.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to. Why is it? I'm not saying he must or mustn't, but if there's something about sitting down with the leader of the team, which the minister is, to talk. There's a difference between sending people, right? I'm not saying those things are not proper. But if they are saying, sir, we want to see you face to face, let's stretch this out for, maybe there are other things they want to discuss, we don't know. Why is it hard for the minister to sit down with them one-on-one? Is that difficult?
You see, nothing is hard. Nothing is difficult. The minister is available to sit with people. Okay, I'm here now talking on behalf of the minister. Why did you not say that the minister should come by himself? There are people, and when you now also run government in a way that the minister has chosen not to personalize government. There are people with responsibility. The head of service is the head of civil servant. Is like the governor of the civil servant. So if your own leader, the governor of the civil servant, cannot talk to you, then something is wrong.
Mr. Lanika, sorry, my apologies, Mr. Lanika, before I yield the floor to my colleague. So, political positions are what we call in leadership, positional leadership. I have a chairman, which I can interface with when I want to, as long as it's convenient within his schedule. I'm making a moral argument on behalf of the workers. I'm saying that if meeting with the minister, because right now it's a hostile environment, whether you agree with me or not. First, the hostility led to protest and strike. Then the minister said, no, this is not, I'm going to go to court. And he got judgment in his favor, an order of court, pending when the substantive case is determined. And he's now threatening to say, the court has spoken, you cannot disobey the law of the land, come to work. So there's a hostile environment. How do you want to work in that hostile environment if just face-to-face can resolve this issue?
Easy. When you send delegation to go and meet people, they bring reports to you. Abi, discussion don't start from the top. You don't start discussion from the top. You start discussion from a level, and it graduates to the top. At that level called you were comfortable holding meetings with that delegation, with that team. You were comfortable to a level that the team now said, okay, let us meet and ratify everything that we have agreed upon, and we sign and take this thing to the minister. And you went away. You did not attend you did not attend meeting again. At some point, they were not even picking calls of the head of service. They were not picking calls of the permanent secretaries. So what I'm saying here is that you cannot force me to say you want to enter my house. If I have said that, oh, these people go and represent me, bring report back to me. When those people bring report back to him, if after the report and if after the report and the minister said all these things that you have asked for, go and do. So what would that still be need to meet the minister? Because what they want is their request their demands to be met. What they want is for government to do what they are asking for. It is not for us to begin to now personalize government.
So, Mr.
What
Lanka,
if the minister had other engagements?
Mr. Lanka, permit me to double down on Jeffrey's point of positional leadership, what some others will call leadership with a heart. And I wonder if you've been hearing, reports or what's being said in the circles of the workers themselves, concerns around the minister being distracted, spending more time in River State than in the FCT, and of course deliberations on the floor of the House of Representatives, I believe, or the Senate, about Abuja being smelly and all of that. So is there some form of distraction and disconnection between the man who leads the FCT and the workers who are in charge of the running of the operations of the FCT?
If there are distractions, will salary be paid as at when due? If there are distractions, will the wage award, will the payment of wage awards, will it have started last month? If there are distractions, would the minister have set up a committee and say, go and meet and report back to me? If there are distractions, would the minister have signed 286.1 million naira for the payment of promotion areas? If there are distractions, there are people who have worked in Abuja Broadcasting Corporation for more than 15 years as temporary staff or contract staff. If there are distractions, would there have been an approval of the minister for them to be converted to permanent staff, which was done like 4 or 5 weeks ago? If there are distractions for the minister, would the minister have been able to approve promotion of over 2,000 FCT workers? You see, people like to. That's why I said workers should be mindful of descending to the political arena. The minister is a politician and is from Rivers State. He was appointed a minister because on the slot of Rivers State. So if he has chosen not to turn himself to Abuja politician like most people do, he goes back home on weekend, relate with his people and all that. How is that distraction? And you mentioned Abuja being dirty and all that. Well, you are aware that those who were handling waste management before, that new people were contracted to handle waste management. He met with them twice and gave them marching order. You must clear all this debt. And if all of us must also agree and be honest, there have been a bit of improvement on the issue of waste management. At least I also live in Abuja. I pass through the roads. I know that there are areas where even me have personally complained, and I've seen improvement. So if there is distraction, would there have been this level of infrastructural development in the FCT? Tomorrow we are going to be giving out. The FCT will be giving out ambulances to hospitals in Abuja. If we have distraction, will they have been able to do that? So that's why I said I want to also repeat this. Civil servants should restrict themselves to their responsibility. Leave politicians to do their job.
As we begin to wind down, let's talk about what kind of environment we expect to see from today. The workers are not happy with the Honorable Minister Nyesom Wike. He's also angry with them. That's why he took them to court, and he's gotten judgment, or order rather, and he's threatening them that, look, let me see you not come to work, and let me see anybody come and block this gate. So it's a very hostile environment right now as we speak. How does he intend to manage this kind of situation by force?
Nobody is managing anything by force. If he's managing by force, he won't be in the office yesterday to approve payment of salary of January. He's not managing anything by force. But there's a minimum standard. If you are on strike, if your union is on strike, it is not for you to come and block gates and prevent other people from gaining access. For instance, the FCT, where we have the FCT, also have Ministry of Agric. The same compound, there's Ministry of Agric. And you are on strike, staff of FCT. Even when you are on strike, the law officers of the FCT were not on strike. They are also a union. They wrote officially that we are not part of this strike. So if you are on strike, it is your right to be on strike. But your strike is for you to stay at home. It is not for you to come and block gates. You see, in this country, we allow a lot of like illegalism, lawlessness. Nobody is saying that you cannot go on strike, but it is your strike, your right stopped where the right of other people start. So the minister is saying, oh, even if you don't want to come to work, even when you are on strike, it was wrong for you to have blocked the gate. And I know that you will not also come on television to come and defend workers who go on, workers who block gate and prevent other people from also going about doing their job. So the environment is not hostile. Staff will come to work and work normally. And let me also tell you this before I leave. I understand the operation of union people. Aluta gogo, aluta gbagba, aluta this and that. Everybody gets interest. The ordinary workers are there waiting for a salary to be paid this week. Oh. Most of them are not they are not even happy with this strike. Oh. Most of them are not happy. Most of them are willing to work. As I speak with you, I was in the office yesterday now. Workers came to work. Staff in my department were at work.
All right. So, Mr. Lanka, we may need to also have an engagement with the representation of JUAC in order to, put things in proper perspective as far as some of the reasons that you have hinted are the real reasons for, this strike and this, union
Probably you can even bring us together. You can bring us to. With the leadership you can also bring us together. So when they say their own, we'll say our own.
But let's talk about what also seems to be the reason why many do not like the politics of your principal, the minister of the FCT, which is
don't use the word many. Don't use the word. Don't use the word many. If you don't like the politics, say I don't like.
Let me land. It's not about me. If you disagree with what people say, then that's for you. That's on you.
You cannot use the word many.
It is what many. It is a healthy consensus that many do not like is politics in Rivers State, and that's where I'm headed.
To know that plenty people,
if you disagree, it's fine. Right. But let me proceed with my question.
I'm disagreeing. That is what I'm saying.
So it's fine. But can I now proceed with my question? So his politics in Rivers State is where we're headed now, and the presidency has since spoken and asked for respect for the office of the governor of Rivers State, quoting also that Mr. Nyesom Wike is not a member of the All Progressives Congress, even though he works in the cabinet of the Tinubu administration led by the APC, doubling down on the position expressed by the national secretary of the party weeks before that time. So my question is, has the minister gotten the message, and will there be a respite in his perceived interference in Rivers politics through the impeachment notice that the State Assembly has served on the governor of Rivers State?
As a journalist, there is an impeachment notice against the governor. Was he the minister of FCT that sent the notice? Did you see the minister in the House of Assembly? And you mentioned the issue of politics. The House of Assembly in Rivers State are members of which political party? Are they not members of APC? So APC Assembly are saying that they want to impeach APC governor. How should that be my problem now? It is APC. And are we also saying that a governor must continue to spend state resources without appropriation? Because we are, all of us, including some of you that are journalists, I don't understand why we have chosen to be so emotional. Are we saying that a governor should function without statutory commissioners? It is statutory for a governor to have commissioner. Do we have commissioners in Rivers State? The answer is no. Have we had appropriation budget in Rivers State? The answer is no. The Supreme Court said the governor was ruling the state like a dictator. It is the Supreme Court, not me. The Supreme Court said the governor went and demolished the House of Assembly of Rivers State. The Supreme Court went to the extent of almost calling the governor a despot. That was not me. So should we continue to run like this? If you are saying that one person is talking, why not also ask the other person that is in the room? Why are you not doing the right thing?
Can I quickly follow up on that? Now, at different times,
yes,
4 lawmakers, State Assembly lawmakers in Rivers State, decided to took a different path, seeking a political solution to the crisis in Rivers State. And what, if it had been accepted, would have been a tolerance, if you like, of the public spending without appropriation that you're talking about. So why, in 2 questions now, why would an APC-led State Assembly continue a probe of an APC governor? That's on the one hand. Why a political solution for allegations as grievous as spending without appropriation?
So because we are a staff of Channels Television now, God forbid, if a staff of Channels Television commit murder, you will not use the news. You will not talk about it. You will now say because the person is a staff of Channels Television, that he has committed murder, he should be left to go. So because they are APC House of Assembly members, and when they have a governor that is running the state illegally, they should not do what the Constitution said they should do. You understand? You see, some of these things we get too emotional. And let me also deviate a little bit. Governance is not what you just, it's not a rocket science. It's about managing people. If I am a governor and I have 32 members of House of Assembly, like they have in Rivers State, now you need by constitution you need 12 to form quorum to be able to sit. 1/3. You need 22 to pass your budget. To be able to impeach you, 22 members are needed. The first thing I would do is to get 12 assembly members to my side. Did the governor do that? He did not. Instead, he had 4. Out of the 4, instead of him to now look for another 8 and join, so that he can at least sit well, he now removed one of the 4 and appoint him, and he appointed that person as chief of staff. That is not a wise political decision. I will function like that. If I am a governor, I will not send 100,000 naira to House of Assembly members during Christmas to their account. I won't do that. If I'm a governor, I will go to the house of those lawmakers. We will interact with them, talk to them as colleagues, and don't forget that some of these House of Assembly members are even senior politically. They are his political seniors. That is the truth. So to relate with them, you have to bring yourself. Sorry,
yes.
Like the former governor of the state said, Ayofayoshi, he said this person should bring himself down from his political ounce of arrogance. The problem of Rivers State is for the governor to solve. He's the one that can solve his problem.
All right, Mr.
Wike is not the governor.
Yes, Mr.
Wike is not in the House of Assembly.
I don't want to go to all the merits of the argument of presenting budget. Of course, the House of Assembly has a right to oversight the governor. They have the power of the purse. I know that National Assembly had passed the budget. The issue of commissioners, we can go on and on. But you and I cannot sit on national television, Mr. Layenka, and deny that Nyesom Wike, the Honorable Minister, is not involved deeply in the politics of Rivers State. He has said even in the media parley that he wanted the man gone. Just hold on.
Why is he not from Rivers?
So because you were saying, when my colleague, you were saying, is he the one that served the impeachment notice? Did
no,
there?
No.
What I'm saying,
I've not denied the fact that he's involved. He has to be involved.
He's deeply involved.
I'm also involved in the politics of Ekiti State. I'm also deeply involved in the politics of Ekiti State.
Okay, where I'm going to with my
deny that.
Why I'm going to with my question is when we begin to raise the argument of, oh, leave the FCT minister. No, we can't leave him because this battle is between him and his political godson.
My brother.
Yes.
My brother.
But can I ask my question so that I answer everything one time? Just hold on, sir.
Ask your question.
My question is about what I perceive to be a proxy signaling of the presidency. First, it was Dr. Bashiru, Senator Bashiru, who said to the minister, we don't know you as a registered member. We can speak on the issue of our party. And in his last paragraph, in that his statement, he said, if you're preoccupied with the issue around Rivers politics, resign from this government. Buala was interviewed on our platform, and he said the minister has been adequately compensated. They only say allow the governor to rule. That's why I said I do not want to go to the merit. But do you think that the presidency is indirectly sending a message to Nyesom Wike to taper or back off?
There are things I will not come on this station to say. I know this political game very well. I've been around for a very long time. I know when people come and talk, when another thing happen behind the closet too. The one that people will come and talk on television will be different from the one that is happening. And on this River State issue, what people have come to tell you on television is different from what is happening. And the person of the governor knows that let me say this again. You have mentioned about Wike issue Kinikon. If I am a minister and you are a governor and I'm able to control your House of Assembly, then something is wrong with it. It is because you are weak. If you are weak, accept that you are weak. If I am here in Abuja and I'm the one controlling 27 members of your House of Assembly, you only have 3, and the 3 are not even coming to the house again. So that means the entire members of the House of Assembly are the one controlling, and you are the governor of Rivers State. I beg, you should agree and admit that you are weak. So and you should come to me and prostrate and do toilet. Wait, and do toilet for me, Oga. Help me.
I'm sorry, sir. I think that is not debatable, which is why people are feeling that Nyesom Wike should give the governor a breather. First, he controls the assembly members. Just hold on, sir. He controls the assembly members. He controls all the local government, literally the entire political structure. So what then is the problem?
If he controls the political structure and you are the governor, then you should come to the, if I'm the one controlling all this structure in your state and you are still the governor, then you should, if you are wise, you should come to me and do the one that the driver people will say, do toilet for me like this.
So the governor should come and beg the minister.
Carry your leg up.
Mr. Layenka.
So he should come and beg now.
He should come and beg the governor should come and beg the minister.
Mr. Layenka, have you now acknowledged by proxy that this impeachment notice
is listen. If you are a governor and you cannot control any structure in your state, then what kind of governor are you? Then if another person is controlling your structure, it means that the person is stronger than you politically. Come and do toilet for the person now.
So is this an acknowledgement in the reverse that Mr. Nyesom Wike is the one actually behind the impeachment of the Rivers State governor?
It is the House of Assembly is behind the impeachment too. So if Fubara does not want impeachment, he knows what to do. It's political navigation. He should know. Don't come and be whipping public sentiment. If you know that I'm stronger than you, come and beg me now.
They are not. We are saying you have said now that the governor of a state should come and beg the minister because the minister is controlling the structure. So it's an interesting day. You know, I understand Rivers politics. I was born and bred in that city, so I know the nooks and crannies. I don't want to talk the politics today, but we have delved into that politics. But it's interesting days ahead, Mr. Lainka. Let's hope there will be peace. So right now, I was just asking about the signaling. Although you navigated, you didn't answer the question. I'm saying the president may be telling him, you know, Farabale. I don't know.
You said the president may be telling him. But I also told you that a lot of things that that people come on television to say is different from what happened behind the scene.
All right, interesting days ahead, Mr. Lainka. We will continue. We'll continue to engage and see how this plays out. Larry Lainka is a spokesperson of the FCT minister, and Nyesom Wike. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll switch gears from there to Anambra State. We started off that conversation yesterday where the commissioner said that about 8 billion naira is lost to sit at home every Monday. Well, let's talk to the people in the market. What are they feeling about this with what has ensued so far? Join us in just a moment.